It is time to expose another housewife. Yes, I'm back with my segment of Housewife Exposed, where we actually do a deep dive into the lives of some of our favorite housewives, because look, we live in a world of negativity. We live in a world where, like, a lot of people do a lot of BS and we love it. We live for it. But what about the good parts in life? What about the actual good housewives who do so much good for like the world? What are they doing? What are they putting out there? What are their past, their present, are their and their future? And yes, my last episode we talked about Lisa Barlow. Today we are talking about the one and only Kathy Hilton. All right. So brace yourself. And before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Over here, we talk about Bravo every single day. So make sure to subscribe right now and hit that notification bell. Okay. So again, I decided to start these little videos here and there because, you know, um, I'm in this world after all of this time that I have been doing this. I have get to know some of these housewives and have conversations with them and really get to know them more than just on what we see on our TVs. And I think it's important for people to know who they really are, right? You have seen it on my social media, many, many, many times. It is not a secret that I have been invited to Kathy Hilton's, Christmas parties. That I have, spent some time with her, talking to her, um, asking her about several things, and it gave me like such a different perspective, and I love, 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 love that. Kathy Hilton is a person who came into the Bravo world recently, even though she has been doing cameos for a very long time. She literally joined the Bravo world, a couple years ago, and she became extremely popular. And there is always a reason for that, And I have also met housewives that are not what they're portrayed to be on TV. So when I met Kathy for the first time, to see someone who is so authentic and real, and unapologetically herself, but also a kind person who is down to earth, was one of the most beautiful surprises that I have had in my life. To me has been an honor just to be on her presence. And the way she talks, the way she expresses herself, the way she commands a room when she gets in there. It's honestly, it's very impressive. I have never present something like that before, right? So, but she's not only a housewife. We see her. I mean, if you follow her on social media, you probably see her in events here, in events there. But what about her family? What about her charity work? What about everything that she really does out there? So that's why I kind of like want to put a little bit out there, and that's why we are exposing the truth. All right. I wanted to start a little bit, about everything related to her. Her name, Kathleen Elizabeth Avancino. Girl, what a name! She was her birthday, I'm sorry, is on March 13 of 1959, and she was born in New York. Kathy is of Irish and Italian descendant. Her parents, are Big Kathy and Lawrence Avancino. And after her parents' divorce, her mother remarried Kenneth Richards, giving Kathy two half sisters, Kim Richards and Kyle Richards. Both later starred on The Real House of Beverly Hills. Okay. Kathy started out as a child actress, just like Kim and Kyle as well, in the 60s and 70s, appearing on shows like Bewitched, Family Affair, Happy Days, and The Rockford Files. However, she left acting in her late teens. She has then become a huge socialite, and she, after stepping away from acting, became a prominent figure in high society, especially here in LA and in New York. She then married Richard Hilton in 1979, and he was the heir to the Hilton Hotel fortune. Right now, they have together four kids: Paris Hilton, Nikki Hilton, Baron Hilton II, and Conrad Hilton III. Okay, I have had the pleasure to meet three of them in person, and again, I feel that you met the housewife and then you meet the kids, right? And when the kids is a statement of who these people really are. All of them are different personalities, but you can literally feel the kindness. You can literally, like, we like at least me, I know when to recognize fakeness. We, especially living here, you know dealing with people in Beverly Hills, in the industry, there is a lot of, Eric Key says, there is a lot of fakeness here and there, where people are just putting on an act, and then where people are actually just being genuinely themselves. And the times that I have met them, they are just literally purely themselves. They are as real as they come. Paris Hilton, I have to tell you, is one of the most beautiful energies that I have ever encountered in my life. Like, when you are in her presence, you just you can you have to smile, because that's her energy. You just have to smile. She talks to you. She's kind. She's like, it's such a beautiful experience. And again, this is a statement to Kathy and Rick as parents. So, I mean, honestly, amazing. Kathy is also a grandmother through both Paris and Nikki. Now, about business and philanthropy, Kathy has been involved in several business ventures. She owned a gift and antique store called Staircase in Los Angeles, designed a line of party dresses sold at stores like Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom. She launched a skincare and beauty products. She's actively in charity work, supporting different causes. And she also has her recent jewelry brand, or no, jewelry collaboration with Anna Zuckerman as well. Now, while not initially part of reality TV, Kathy became widely known to a younger audience through cameos on The Simple Life. And of course, then she joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills as a friend of the show in season 11, and she became widely popular. Okay. Kathy is often described as charming, eccentric, and elegant, known for humorous moments on Real Housewife, like calling people by the wrong names or carrying snacks in her purse. Despite being part of a famous family, she often presents herself as grounded and private compared to other public figures. Okay. Now, today, Kathy remains a prominent figure in social circles, fashion events, and occasional reality show appearances. She maintains close ties with her family, especially with her daughters, Paris and Nikki, and has embraced her role as a grandmother. Now, I also wanted to talk about her charity work, which is very important to her. Okay. She Let me see where we start over here. I have like a bunch of notes. Um, so Kathy Hilton has always had major charity involvement. Okay, one of them, the court-appointed special advocate of Los Angeles. Kathy was named the first ever Casa LA ambassador, a role that honored her long-standing support for foster youth advocacy. She regularly attends fundraisers and galas and public events to raise awareness and funds for children in the foster care and child welfare system. She's also very big involved with the Make a Wish Foundation and Starlight Children Foundation. And in 2007, Kathy hosted a celebrity auction to raise money for Make a Wish. In 2011, she and her daughters were honored by the Starlight Children Foundation for their philanthropy support. She's also involved with the Brent Shapiro Foundation, which is all about drug prevention. Kathy and her husband Rick participated in the 2017 Brent Shapiro Foundation Gala to support drug education and prevention in teens. Now, she's also in the race to erase multiple sclerosis. Like in 2019, they support the Race to Erase MS Gala, which raised over $1.8 million for MS research. And then she has Christmas at Kathy and Ronald McDonald House, which I was happily to be there. A beautiful event. I mean, Kathy is, the queen of Christmas. And it says at her holiday event, Christmas at Kathy, annually sponsored by DirecTV, she collect unwrapped toys and donate them to Ronald McDonald's House, benefiting families with hospitalized children. Love that. Now she also support other things in other through other platforms like Los Angeles Mission, United Service Organization, causes related to AIDS and HIV, cancer, homelessness, and veterans. This all matters because it really shows that she really uses her platform to create a better world. Okay. Um, I I just want to say that Kathy Hilton is probably one of the most beautiful people out there in the world. If you know me, you know that I do not kiss housewife asses. I am not here to be a yes person or to just always say what this housewife want to hear. I always keep it real and I always say it like it is. That's why it is so important for me to tell you how amazing Kathy Hilton really is. I love her charity work. I love how much she care about people, about how much she care about her friends and her family, and you know, being in the presence of her, the times that I have been, it really, really shows how much she just cares for the world and to make the world a better place. So that's my assessment right here, right now. Let me know what you guys think on the comments below. How are you? What is your impression of Miss Kathy Hilton? And let me know if you are liking this new segment. And if you want to get more tea or more videos like this, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.